Okay, what is up YouTube? How's everybody doing? It's the J-Rex here. I want to make this video to point out the flaws of dating today. Um, I think this is a very important topic. I don't think it's normal for couples to be breaking up left and right, why there's such a high rate of divorce, why there's so much heartbreak. I don't think any of this is normal. I don't think any of this should be happening. And I think I think there's a general people are not meant to be abandoned and left behind and forgotten. And by people breaking up and dumping each other, divorcing each other, you're creating a world of hurt because you're basically people that are supposed to love each other, until death do them part, in marriage. You got these people throwing those vows away and divorcing each other and breaking up and ending it. And I don't think that is right. It messes people up. It does. Like I am today, I'm still recovering from my breakups, from people who I thought supposedly loved me and cared about me, abandoned me. And it still messes me up today when I think about it. And I think this is very important because if you create a world of hurt, you're going to have a world of hurt. And we really do not need that right now. We already have enough pain and suffering in this world already, and just having more hurt in this world is just going to create a more jacked up world than what we already have. So, alright. So, reasons why people should stay single. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say people should stay single, not because I literally mean people should stay single, but I'm using this video to make a point that the dating in our world is jacked up and it has to be fixed or something. So, alright, so the two main reasons why I think people should stay single is just two main reasons: pride and selfishness. These are the two biggest reasons why people should stay single, because when you get into a relationship, you're dealing with pride and selfishness. So I'll get on to the first one. Pride. I think it's good to have some pride, but too much pride is a bad thing. It can just mess things up because you're too prideful. You're too prideful of yourself to be able to do things. When you're too prideful of yourself, it leads, I feel like it leads to conceitedness and arrogance, and it can lead you to getting too thick to admit to things that you actually really care about. Okay, let me say, okay, when you get into a relationship today, you're dealing with very prideful people. When you deal with a prideful person, it's just already you're going to be in a world of hurt, because that prideful person is going to be too prideful to open themselves up to you. Because when people are too prideful, they don't want to risk doing anything that will damage their pride. But sometimes you gotta forsake a little bit of your pride. You gotta have some humility. You gotta be humble. And by having humility and being humble, it will enable yourself to open yourself up and put yourself into vulnerable positions. But sometimes we got to put ourselves in a vulnerable spot to show other people that we care. Now, the thing is, people are too prideful to do that. Okay, like, I don't know, go anywhere, go to the dating scene, go to school, go to work. People are generally too prideful to show that they care. Okay? Go to work, go to school, anywhere. People are too prideful just to say hi to you nowadays. People are too prideful just to say hi, just to ask you how you're doing, just to ask you, hey, I like you, I think we should hook up. Or I like you, I think we should hang out and do something. People are too prideful to do that, because in doing so, they open themselves up to get rejected, to get hurt, and they would rather keep their pride than risk rejection. So that already right there is just a bad start, because you got somebody that you're trying to connect with who is too prideful to open up with you and show you their inner deepest foremost feelings. How can you connect with somebody if that person is too prideful to tell you that they care about you? It's already a bad step. People are too prideful to show each other that they care about each other, which is a shame, really. And people really should have some humility and be able to show others that they care. But people are just too prideful to admit to that. So yeah, that's number one reason. Too much pride. And besides, too much pride is a bad thing anyway, because it it leads to, like I said, arrogance and overconfidence. Okay, well, and yeah. So I don't know. I think it's good for people to get embarrassed from time to time to experience humility, because it keeps their ego in check from becoming too inflated. Reason number two, selfishness. Selfishness. This is a huge reason. When you think about getting in a relationship with somebody, if you think about any person that broke up with another person, listen to their reasons. They will generally give you reasons that are pretty selfish. They'll say, "Oh, he wasn't good enough for me. He did not give me the attention that I deserved. He did not give me the care that I deserved. He did not give me what I wanted that I deserved." Listen to anybody. Listen to them. Why'd you dump him? Why'd you dump her? Oh, he was too busy, I don't know, playing video games. He didn't give me any time. He didn't give me attention. He didn't give me enough love. So I left him. I left her. That already right there shows they're selfish. They're being selfish. They're in the relationship for themselves. Okay? Generally, when you get into a relationship with somebody, that person thinks, unfortunately, what's in it for me? By me getting into this relationship, what am I going to get out of this person? What is there for me to gain personally from getting into a relationship with this person? That's how a lot of people think. And unfortunately, that's a very selfish way to think. I think if you're getting involved with somebody who truly loves you, and they should be thinking stuff like, "Oh, I care about this person so much. What can I do to make their life better? What can I do to be a benefit to their life? What can I do to contribute to their life and make their life better? Because I care about them. I want to make their life better because I simply care about them and I love them and I want to see them happy." Generally, people don't think that. I mean, am I right or am I wrong? When somebody is getting into a relationship, they're thinking, what's in it for me? What am I going to get from you? What am I going to get from you that I can benefit from for myself? Am I right or am I wrong? You can agree or disagree, okay? So a lot of the people that have left me were due to selfish reasons. I did not give them what they wanted, and thus they left me and got hooked up with somebody else. If they truly why can't we see it like family, like your mother and father, when your sisters, your brothers, when you have family, your family generally, they're not like, your mom isn't thinking like, "Oh, what am I going to get out of my son?" No, your mom and dad are generally thinking, "This is my son, I got to take care of him. This is my daughter, I got to take care of them so they can grow up to become a prosperous human being." So if your brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers, your family members think that, why can't your wife or husband think that? It's all family, right? So I think I've given my two main reasons. Okay, I've given my two main reasons. People are too prideful and too selfish. We live in a selfish and prideful society where people are too prideful to admit to each other that we care about each other, and we're too selfish and too busy thinking about ourselves to get cooped up in a relationship. Okay? You don't believe me? Ask any person why they broke up with their significant other. Chances are it was probably, they're gonna tell you, oh, he never loved me. She never loved me. He never cared about me. She never cared about me. Okay? That's what they're gonna say. It's gonna be, oh, I deserve better than that. I deserve better than that. I don't deserve that shit. Okay? I'm gonna go somewhere else. Okay? That right there is just the main reasons, okay? Pride and selfishness. And I think I've said all I needed to say. What was like I said, instead of them thinking, what can I do to benefit the other person's life? They don't think that. They think, what can they do to benefit my life? So I think I've pretty much said all I needed to say. Um, relationships like that are destined to fail because, like I said in my previous video, it's conditional. It's conditional love, and the true love will only the love will only be given if what they want is met. Once what they want is not met anymore, the love stops. So it's gonna fail because it's finite. It's not gonna last forever. Sooner or later, that person's gonna do something that the other person doesn't approve of, and then they're gonna leave because that's not what they want. So it's conditional. Okay. If you truly love somebody and you truly care about somebody, you're not gonna be thinking to yourselves, what can I get from them to satisfy myself? You're gonna be thinking, what can I do to help them because I care about them, and so yeah. And those will last in eternity. I think true love, like I said, I think true love will last in eternity because there's no prerequisites, there's no requirements, there's no expectations, there's no pride. It's just infinite amounts of love with no expectations expected. So now somebody might think, why would I want to do that? Okay, I should be focusing on myself. I should be focusing on me. I need to focus on taking care of myself. Okay, fine. Go ahead and think like that. Okay, but if people want to think like that, fine. They can go ahead and think like that. What's in it for me? I gotta focus on myself, me before everyone else. That's fine. But what if we lived in a world where people were not like that? What if we lived in a world where people were thinking selflessly instead of selfishly? What if everybody was like, I want to do something to benefit this person's life. I want to do something to make this person's life better. What if everybody thought like that? What if everybody was in this world to make other people's lives better? What if we all cared about each other, and what if we all unconditionally loved each other? You know, what if we all had that attitude? I would imagine we would live in a much more healthier society, a much more happier society. I feel like if we lived in a society like that where people were looking out for others, you know, and were selfless, I think the world would be so much better. And I think it's a shame people are too prideful and selfish to do that. And I mean, if you just want to be like, oh, me before everybody else, that's fine. But what if your mom and dad were like that? What if your mom and dad were me thinking like me before everybody else? Chances are you would probably be dead right now, okay? Because your parents are like, I don't want to take care of this baby. What's in it for me? I'm not gonna get any money out of this. I'm not gonna get anything out of this. You know, like, forget this. I'm just gonna leave the baby right here. I'm gonna go, man. The baby can take care of themselves. I don't know. Here's a bottle. I'll go ahead, suck on it, whatever. I'm out of here. Have a good time. See you never. Bye. Okay? If if our parents were like that, where they thought it's me before everybody else, there would be no humanity. There would be no humans. There would be no people. We'd all be dead because we're too busy leaving our babies behind to get our rocks off. Okay? So I feel like care and selflessness is the way to go. It's definitely a lot more sustainable than people just thinking, you know, every man or woman for him or herself. It's a lot more sustainable than that because I gave you my points. So, all right, that's all I needed to say. You can agree or disagree with me. You can do that. It's fine. I mean, people are probably going to say, people are probably going to be like, "Oh, that's different because that's your mom and dad. That's different. That's a different analogy. It shouldn't have to be like that." If people want to think like that, fine. If people want to think like that, fine. But what else do we have to go off of? Do we want to keep doing what we're doing now and the high rate of divorce and breakups and heartbreaks? Okay. So, what we're doing right now certainly isn't working. So, people can go ahead and say that way of thinking doesn't work. But I can't think if unconditional love is not going to work, I can't think of anything else that will work because what we're doing right now is definitely not working. Okay, look at the high rate of divorce, the high rate of breakups. You talk to anybody, I guarantee you they're going to tell you about their previous 30 ex-girlfriends or boyfriends. And it should not be like that. It should not be like that. Not at all. Okay? That's why you got all these people doing drugs and doing alcohol and stuff because I think they're trying to recover from all the heartbreak that they suffered throughout their whole life. Am I right or am I wrong? But I think I've said all I needed to say. You guys can agree or disagree. That's fine. I mean, if you don't think if what I'm saying is wrong, go give me an alternative. What do you think would be a way to fix the high amount of breakups and divorce in this world today? Give me your alternative solution. But this is, I feel like, reasons why people should stay single today. Because you get into a relationship, you're going to be set up for failure because chances are you're going to be involved in a relationship with somebody that does not actually care about you. They only care about themselves, and you're going to get into a relationship with this person, and they're going to be using you for their own selfish gains. Okay? They're not going to see you as somebody that they care about. They're going to see you as somebody to extract from. They're in the relationship to get stuff out of you. They're in the relationship to use you. And once you stop giving them what they want, they will leave. Okay? So that's why I feel like people should stay single because they're just setting themselves up for heartbreak. Because chances are, like I said, they're going to get put in a relationship with somebody who does not give two flying shits about them. Okay? And that, it's sad. So that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. Stay single. It's not worth the heartbreak. If you find somebody that actually truly loves you and cares about you, that is awesome. By all means, get into a relationship with them. But chances are, the average person you meet on the street does not give two damns about you, which is very sad. So thank you for watching. Peace.